Good morning, Fort McMurray with Buffalo and the rest of the world. You've tuned in to the Mac City Morning Show. I am your host, Elliot Pierre. We're going to start today's episode off the same way we start every episode off, with a moment of gratitude. I know you could be doing a million other things with your time, and the fact that you spend it with us truly does mean the world to me, so thank you. On that note, Tanner, hit him with the intro.
Hey, it's Keith Simpson here. I'm the general manager of Norel Toyota, soon to be Fort McMurray Toyota. Pretty excited for our new dealership. We're here to take care of you. Come on down and be part of our family.
And we are back. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Norel Toyota. Really do appreciate your ongoing support. As everybody at home knows, I do not introduce my guests because they can do a better job at that than myself. So sir, can you please tell everybody at home who you are and what you're about?
Sure. I am actually still figuring that out.
There you go. That's fair
Who
enough.
I am. I am an online content creator and full-time streamer.
Okay.
And I have built my community on healing in real time. So literally, I show up every single day and I share, my past, where I'm at right now, and I've been able to connect with a lot of people in doing that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. So let's start at the beginning of your online
Sure.
creation journey. Let's hear about it.
Okay, so I am a chef by trade.
Okay.
And I was having some issues with my hands, so I had to get carpal tunnel surgery. And I've always been interested in content creation and being online, just entertainment in general. And I knew I was going to have a lot of time off from these surgeries. So I seen other people do TikTok live. I had already been on TikTok for like maybe a month or so. And I'm like, let me try this out. Let me just see if I could do it. And the first live that I did, I just basically just danced because I like to dance. And I did that for 5 hours straight, I remember. And I connected with a lot of people, and I just remember feeling this like euphoric feeling. And I never really got that from being sober. I always found that either in some type of substance or alcohol. So that was the first time for me that I felt like very special and seen and accepted. So that was a great feeling. And then from there, I just started to kind of take it seriously and talk. And then I open up about who I am and my story. And from there, it literally took off, and I ended up quitting my job in of August. So I started in March, and I built my following from, I think it was 400 people to I have over 16,000 now.
Wow. Is this on TikTok primarily?
On TikTok, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So keep going. I'm listening, man. You got my attention.
Okay, so for me, what I found has really been a big part of my own journey is healing. That's really important for me, and my soul on this earth is to really do a lot of healing and helping. And I never realized that I would be able to help others while I help myself. I struggled with addiction for the better part of like 20 years. So I literally lived in rock bottom's basement for a very long time until it almost took my life. And last year is when I had this moment where I broke, like my spirit broke. I was really like shaken, and I knew I had to make a decision. I could feel it within myself. I was on a bender actually that lasted for close to 3.5 months. And it was a huge wake-up call for me to be so close to not being here. And it's unfortunate that it takes that to happen, because I have a lot of people in my life who unfortunately are no longer here. A lot of people close to me who no longer have a voice. And I feel like it is my duty now as a human being to share my story and to share it in real time with the world to watch. I did not think that I could do it, and I know that was my addiction, really robbing me of a lot of things. Ambition, dreams, goals, a lot of my feelings, and I really did run from my feelings for my entire life. I was told at a young age that who I was wrong, and that I could not be myself. So I didn't feel comfortable at home. I didn't feel comfortable at school. I was bullied at a very young age. And then I think it was when I was maybe like 15, 16, I wanted to take my own life. And I was in survival mode. So the only thing that I knew that I could do was survive. And I had to do what other people were doing in order for them to tolerate me, so to speak. And it did work for a little while. I felt, unstoppable as a kid. I had this, persona as a young kid who grew up really religious, very sheltered, couldn't do this, couldn't do that, and then I just kind of like rebelled. Once you're told no, 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 you want yes, yes, yes. And as for someone who has an addictive personality, I never knew that I was obviously an addict from a young age, but it took me down a very long, scary road for a long time. And, I tried to get sober many times, and it did last, but I wasn't really sober here or in here. I was sober from the actual substance itself, but I wasn't really doing the work inside here. So I think that's why it didn't work. So I went back to rehab this last time for the 4th time, and I treated it like a school. I was in hungry for knowledge, and I wanted to fix in here. I wanted to fix here, and I wanted to be the best version of myself. I'm like, if I'm going to stay on this planet, I gotta do the best. I gotta do the best at it. If I'm gonna give my addiction my all and just be like, that almost cost me my life.
Yeah.
So I now want to be the best version of me, and now I do it by helping others. And I built a community of people online that show up for me every single day. And I never thought in a million years that I would find my purpose through my own pain. And I think that's a beautiful thing, to be able to be yourself. And that is more than enough to be able to finally be me and to come into my own at 37 years old. And all along, I didn't have to change anything about me. I was perfect the way that I was. But, circumstances, your childhood environment, outside things, obviously addiction, it all eats away at you. So I just want to show people that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be yourself. And through being genuine and authentic, that's actually a superpower. And once people really click into the fact that, if I'm genuine, if I'm kind, if I'm real, if I'm honest, if I'm all these things, that resonates with people. So I think by being 100% transparent, that's really been a big connector for people. They see someone who shows up every single day and is not polished, not this, not that. And it's been a great opportunity for me to grow as a person.
There you go. Awesome. Well, listen, Tanner's tapped his phone. That means he's ready with his segment called the Mac City Minute.
Sure.
Brought to you by Carrie and Patchouli Rose.
Perfect.
Tanner, hit him with the Mac City Minute.
Hey, question number 1. What is one thing people can do to help heal themselves that they wouldn't expect?
Definitely do things that are uncomfortable and things that are scary. Like, for example, I did not want to come to this interview this morning.
Same.
I seriously didn't. And I know enough, because I talk about it myself, that if it's scary, if it's uncomfortable, you got to do it. I don't want to do motivational speaking. I don't want to do public speaking, and therefore I'm like, I got to do it because I know that it's a part of my story. So yeah, just do the things that are scary, do the things that are uncomfortable, because that is where you will grow.
Question number 2. What is your favorite thing to cook for yourself?
Noodles, ramen noodles. And I added poached egg, hoisin sauce, soy sauce, honey, kimchi, a bit of vinegar, seaweed flakes.
Damn.
Yeah, I love food.
Who doesn't?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
a
going
foodie.
hard in the paint with that answer. I was just
Yeah.
like, it started
I'm a
slow, and then
foodie,
it
baby.
just was like, okay, good, nice.
Question number 3. What is your favorite song to dance to?
knew that was coming.
Sweet Lovin'.
By
Sigala. I just really don't want to butcher that name, so.
oh, dude,
Straight up.
preaching to the choir.
DJs.
Yeah. Question number 4. What is your favorite holiday movie?
I am honestly not a big movie buff. I don't really watch a lot of movies, but if I had to pick one for Christmas, it would have to be Home Alone.
And your final question. If you had any chef cook you a meal, who would you pick and what would you want them to make?
Ooh, that's a great question. If I could have any chef cook for me,
Who would it be?
maybe Ina Gartner,
And what would you make?
probably apple crumble.
Those have been your 5 questions.
There you go. Let's stick on that cooking component. So you're a chef by trade.
I am a chef by trade.
So I'm fascinated by that. Can you talk about that for me, please?
Sure. I wanted a way to, number one, be creative, and it's something that I've always been passionate about. I love to eat, and I love to make people happy, and I was able to do all those things through cooking, and I got a lot of time away. I really like the fact that I could cook and spend a couple weeks away, and then I would have like a week or 2 off. I feel like I really thrived in that with my addiction. It was great for me to use the cooking as a place to really, get my head on straight and to cook. And I feel like that's a story for a lot of people who are in like the oil and gas industry or a chef or any type of like work like that. I was able to, really spend the time and do what I love to do, cook, make people happy. And the fact that I could, feed a bunch of people every single day, and it felt good at the end of the day to feel like you're a part of something and making people happy. So that's why I did it. It also allowed me to push myself every single day to do things that were different. I thrive in like routine and structure, and that's exactly what it gave me.
So you've brought that routine and structure to your streaming, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You gotta be consistent, bro.
I am too consistent.
Yeah.
To the point where I think I've been live every single day for 14 weeks now, so I haven't taken a day off. And I know that can be a slippery slope for someone like me because I need to do balance, but at the same time, I need to be successful. That's where my mindset is at.
Yeah.
And it's a really good lesson for me to be able to try to weigh out both of those, like being successful, but also being present. And spending time with my family and doing the things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
How do you find that yourself?
It was hard, bro. Especially when I was vlogging. I vlogged for 2 years straight, 5 days a week.
Oh wow!
Didn't miss a day.
Vlogmas?
Except for the weekend.
Except for 5 days. Saturday and Sunday I take off.
Yeah.
And when I say take off, I didn't. But anyways, I didn't post on Saturday and Sunday. But yeah,
You're still working.
Oh yeah, and I
Yeah.
was filming. I was just because I didn't post. Like those 2 days gave me the backup I needed to be like, yo, if I have a day where I can't create something, at least I have something I've created there. But yeah, it's we get to. This podcast is not about me. It's about you. So we can talk after.
Sure, no
for
worries.
sure. I'd love to give you tons of advice because I've been doing it for a very long time now. So
Great.
yeah.
Thank
So yourself in Fort McMurray though, you're obviously from Newfoundland.
I'm from Newfoundland originally.
Yeah.
My sister lives here, and I have lived here like a couple times.
Okay.
But I'm here full time now for over a year.
Okay.
And that just goes back to like my last big bender that I had before when I got sober. My sister had always been a big support system for me, and she had been looking for me, and I was finally ready to reach back out and to get the help and be like, okay, I'm ready, because I knew it was time. And I got a friend to come pick me up, and I literally came to Fort McMurray and never looked back since. So I have made a life for myself here. And I love Fort McMurray. I love everything it has to offer. I believe you can find happiness no matter where you are, and it is what you make it. So I like Fort McMurray.
That's awesome, man. It's very interesting. Like that you came here from Newfoundland as part of your sobriety journey.
It's
And, like,
wild.
it's kind of ass backwards, but I love it. Because
Yeah.
it can be. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It can be.
It can be,
Yeah.
and I just really wanted to show people that you can turn your pain into purpose, and you can heal no matter where you are. Yeah, it's been a really eye-opening experience to connect with a lot of people online, and a lot of people say that they are from here, and I'm like, oh, no way. Like, I never thought that you would be able to get sober in, a place like Fort McMurray, but it is wherever you go, you know, and
yeah,
you
if
attract.
you want to do it.
You attract what you are at the end of the day. So I've just been able to be really lucky that I've been connecting with a lot of like-minded people online, and I'm really proud of the community that I've built, and where life has taken me. And now I keep getting opportunities like my way. I wrote a children's book last year. I'm really excited to get it published so I could help a lot of kids like myself who didn't feel seen or accepted or loved or felt like they weren't worthy or enough. And that's what it all comes down to for me, especially when I was in treatment. That was my core belief. And I don't ever want another kid to ever feel like they don't bring value or they are not worthy or enough. I think if I would have seen this type of book on a shelf as a kid, my life could have been a bit different. So I want to be a part of the ripple effect and to really help other people see the good in themselves.
There you go. So, Fort McMurray, Newfoundland, you seem like a guy who might want to do a little bit more traveling than that, though. Have you done traveling in your life so far?
Yeah, my partner actually lives in Germany. So I've been to Germany, Austria, spent some time in Greece. I do like to travel. But right now I'm very hyper fixated on doing what's making me happy. And I'm sure you can relate to that. So I love doing what I do every single day. It's literally changed my life.
Yeah, no doubt. So, TikTok only, or are you on different platforms as well?
I am on Instagram, but I go by my real name.
Okay.
But Zesty Bestie on TikTok.
Okay.
And I just got a Zesty Bestie page on Facebook if anybody wants to check it out.
Okay.
I really think that having a different name has allowed me to have some type of rebirth, because with your name, especially with my name, comes a lot of reputation, and sometimes when people see you, they remember you that way. They don't know every other version that's evolved afterwards. So having this new name has allowed me to come into my own and to really be myself, and to be real and genuine, and to show up as somebody who is going to be there for others. And I'm literally at 37 years old just learning how it is to be a brother, a son, a cousin, a friend, and this platform has really allowed me to grow as a human being. So I'm really grateful for that. And I feel like this TikTok, the app, gets a lot of flack and a bad rap, but it is what you put into it. That goes to anything. I've used it as a coping mechanism and a tool to help myself. It's literally helped me stay sober. It's given me meaning and purpose, and I know through doing that and building my own community has helped a lot of other people do the exact same. So
there you go. Now, how do you come up with your name?
Zesty Bestie is something that literally just somebody gave it to me, and it just stuck. And then it was and it rhymed.
That's key.
There you go.
Yeah, it's pretty just, plain and simple. Zest for life, sometimes a little obnoxious or annoying, this and that. Literally just getting my zest for life back. Zesty Bestie.
There you go. Awesome. Well, listen, Tanner tapped his watch. That means we were out of time.
Perfect.
But before I cut you loose, you got a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
So literally say whatever I want?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Zesty Bestie. If you want to, you can follow me at The Happier Brand. I'm also on Facebook, Zesty Bestie. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, Colin Maxwell Penny, that is my name.
There we go. Awesome. Well, Fort McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Norel Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. Hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Insulin to kill their patients.
Oh, so this is like a factual book.
It's about true crime. So
Oh!
I did 12 nurses through time, right? So I started historically
Yeah.
and went through time to present day, and picked out the ones that were more interesting, and I combined it, and I tried to make it a little more positive too, right? What did we learn?
How many nurses out here are killing their patients that you had to go through and pick the top 12?
There's quite a few. There is quite a
What?
few. Yeah, there is quite a few.
Good to know. Maybe your dad was
There's
onto
quite a
something
few.
with never visiting the hospital.
Yeah, no doubt.
There is quite a few.
Wild.
And it's just wild to me. And see, again, there's gaps, right? So when you work for an organization,
Yeah.
how well are they checking
Yeah, hiring the process.
references
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, education and,
Mhm.
you know, past employers,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Before they hire
yeah, yeah. And
people.
even
Hopefully often.
yeah. Well, when you were speaking about the change that you were looking for, like in the industry, like that's kind of part and parcel with where you are right now. Like,
Yeah.
management needs
Yeah.
to be retrained so they understand. Like job descriptions need to be revisited for the nurses. So you like, this is what we can do within this time frame. Like,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
things fall through the cracks if you
Yeah.
don't do that. And
Well, I think
Somebody could
another
kill you.
big thing is, yes, and I think another big thing too is you need to get the nurses more involved, right? So when you're writing policy,
right.
who's better than the frontline nurses that are actually doing it and following it, to get involved in writing those policies? Because I'll tell you, when I worked for organizations and I was in management and I was trying to tell, you know, the policy department, let's get our nurses involved because the way you've written this is not going to work.
Right.
And they didn't listen. I'm not going to say to the nurse, oh, well, you should have followed policy,
Right.
because I know darn well
Oh.
it's impossible for them to follow the policy that's been written because it's written by people that aren't actually doing the work.
Right.
So I think, you know, if you want to retain your staff, one way to do that is to actually hear nurses and get them involved, right, in what they're doing, because who knows better than them
Yeah.
what is needed, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to jump off on. Okay, good. I thought he was telling me I was out of time. You said you have children,
Yes.
and so did they come with you, or are they like?
No, they're grown. They have
Okay.
their own families.
All right.
So they're all in Ontario. Possibly my daughter, I'm hoping, might move out here because it's getting quite expensive.
Yeah.
And she has 6 children. So
Good for her.
it's a blended family, but
Okay.
yeah.
You're so lucky. You got like a whole whack
Yeah.
of grandkids.
Yeah, and my son has 2 sons.
Okay.
And he's still in Ontario. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, hasn't married yet and
Okay.
no kids.
Okay.
And she's kind of just living her own life.
There we go. So what do they think about mom traveling to the top of the world, northern Alberta? You might as well be hanging out with Santa Claus.
Well, I've been more north, right? The last community I was in Nunavut.
Okay.
So I'm used to this. This is kind of what I've lived, you know, since 2009, and I love it.
Yeah.
And they're used to me traveling. I traveled all the time for work, right? So 2009, they were teenagers, right? They were pretty much, all of them were pretty much out of the house, going to college by the time I went north.
Okay.
So they're used to me being all over the place.
So that's something I think is a new kind of trend that I never really heard about when I was younger. It's traveling nurses.
Oh, no, that's not a new trend. That's been around for
Okay, I never
quite a
heard about
while,
it before.
yeah.
Like it seems pretty prevalent now, but unfortunately
Yeah.
Tanner's tapped his watch, and so we don't have time to talk about it. But before I cut you loose, everybody gets a shameless shout out or plug. So you have the mic, the camera, the lights. Have fun.
Yeah, so if you are looking to have a speaker on leadership, staff retention, at your conferences, events, or even if you want to do some staff development workshops, I can facilitate. You can reach me at crystalculp.speaker@gmail.com.
There we go. Awesome. Well, for McMurray with Buffalo, the rest of the world, that's been another episode of the Mac City Morning Show. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in. Big shout out to our title sponsor, Noral Toyota, as well as Carrie from Patchouli Rose and the beautiful people at Coldwell Banker. I hope everybody at home is having a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.